DJS, or dad joke syndrome as it's known, affects most men at some stage in their lifetime. This uncontrolled condition can cause you to tell the most stupid jokes possible. The following video contains many scenes of DJS, which are heightened due to the use of a small crossover. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello and welcome back to the Cars Ireland YouTube channel. Today we are reviewing the Renault Captur, the Clio-based small crossover from Renault. Now clearly it's not a massive departure from the previous generation. The easiest way to tell it apart is the C-shaped LED cluster on the front. It is quite a striking and stylish car in my eyes, and especially in that alabaster white with the two-tone black roof. Yeah, very stylish, very good looking car. Now if this is your first time here, please do subscribe and hit the little bell notification to get notifications when we have a new video out. Did you capture that okay, Tim? Now that C-shaped theme carries on around the back here, as you can see, and C is for Captur. It is worth keeping in mind that the Captur is based on the Clio, so it doesn't have the most massive boot, but it is quite impressive. You have an adjustable floor here, which when that's in place, it's 395 litres. You pop it in a bit lower and it's 444 litres. An extra little touch is you can slide the back seats forward a bit. So there's a little slider thing here, pull it forward and push. And now you have 536 litres. Drop the back seats down and you get 1,275 litres, which is actually quite an impressive space for what is really a small car. Did you capture that okay, Tim? The back seat is much better than I expected. The driver's seat is set in my position. I'm 6 foot, sitting behind myself. My knee room is okay, headroom is fine. The seats are lovely and soft, so you kind of drop into them to keep yourself comfortable. Plus the fact that you can move the front seats forward or back lends itself to a bit more legroom. You also get 2 ISOFIX either side, and there's an ISOFIX on the front passenger seat too. 2 USB ports down here and a 12-volt charger. The negatives, I would say, is maybe it is a bit dark. These are tinted windows, so you can have a panoramic sunroof to get in a bit more light, but that will cost you €1,000. Did you capture that okay, Tim?
Hello, darkness, smile.
Up front is a very pleasant place to be, I'll be honest, and it looks good too. All the regular touch points are nice and feel of good quality, plus these seats are really, really nice. I'd have it over leather any day of the week. It is sort of a woolly material and it's much better than leather in my eyes. Practicality is okay. The glove box is small enough and the center armrest, if I could function it properly, is actually tinchy. That is a technical term. You get 2 cup holders down here with really important stuff and 2 USBs up front and a 12-volt charger too. There are 3 spec levels offered in the Captur, the Play, Iconic and S edition. Now even the entry-level Play gets kitted out really well, and especially with lots of safety features like parking assist, pedestrian monitoring, cyclist monitoring, brake assist, lots of stuff to keep you safe. Today we are in the top-of-the-line S edition, so some of the separators from the lower spec models include wireless phone charging, a multi-sense option where you can change a couple of the driving modes like response and steering. You also get a 7-inch digital dash in front of the driver up here, and some parking sensors on the front and back, and a reversing camera. All very nice, but I think if I was buying one, I'd probably go for the mid-spec Iconic model. Now one nice little feature here is you can change the sound of your bongs on your parking sensors. So you have type 1, it's okay, type 2 or type 3. I might go with 1. Yeah, that's fine, they're all annoying. Plus you can change the volume. The infotainment screen on the S edition is also a bit larger. It is a 9.3 inch screen. If I was being very picky, I would say it is slightly delayed in its response and takes a bit of getting used to, but after a day or two I was fine. It was relatively okay. The shape is a bit weird maybe, just in how it sits in the dash, because it's sort of up here, but that's more intuitive to what we're used to with like iPads and phones and stuff, even if it looks a bit odd. So just a bit more on that multi-sense feature I was talking about. You have 3 options: My Sense, Sport and Eco, where you can change your different settings on the steering and engine response. But you can also change the colour of the ambient lighting in the car, which is, I don't know, interesting if you're after that kind of thing. So you have 8 different colours, and the LED strip changes here depending on how you're feeling. So today I'm in a purple kind of mood. Tomorrow I might be orange, or I might be feeling a bit blue, or I could be feeling yellow. Did you capture that okay, Tim? So driving the Renault Captur, you will not be left shortchanged when it comes to engine choice, that is for certain. There are 3 petrols, 100 horsepower, 130 horsepower and 155 horsepower. You also have the choice of 2 diesels, a 95 horsepower and a 115 horsepower. And just to complete the lineup, we will have a plug-in hybrid soon. I'm not sure when. Now for our test today, we are driving the 100 TCE, which unsurprisingly has 100 horsepower. It is a 1 litre turbo with 3 cylinders and a 5-speed gearbox. It is definitely going to be the most popular choice in the Captur range. In terms of handling, steering is a bit too light for my liking. It's like very dull and you're not always sure what the front end is doing. It's fine for what this car does. It maneuvers around town without any real issue. It gets up to motorway speed okay for what it is, but where it really matters is that obviously mid-range punch. So from 50 to 80 kilometers an hour, from 80 to 100, 120, that's where that little turbo actually works its magic quite well, to be fair. Now it is not a rocket ship, unsurprisingly. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour is dealt with in 13.3 seconds, and as I was saying earlier, the multi-sense option gives you some different options when it comes to engine response and steering. Sport actually makes the engine a lot more responsive, surprisingly so. So if I pop it in Sport now, and we just drop a gear and take off, you know, it's okay, it does its job. But if you're in Eco, drop a gear, take off. The camera probably doesn't pick that up, but you can actually feel it, and it is surprising to have that kind of option in a car at this range. Now coming back to motorway, if you are doing a lot of motorway driving, I'd probably recommend the larger petrols or the diesels for obvious reasons. At 120 kilometers an hour, wind noise is a bit of an issue. It's more than I would like, but it's not obviously the worst thing in the world. From the negative sides, I'd say the gear change is a bit sloppy for my liking, and the feel of the stick is a bit flimsy. It's not the most robust feeling thing in the world. You feel like you could break it sometimes. Another slight negative is there is the odd rattle around the glove box, which I've noticed when driving, which when you tune into it is a bit irritating, but for the most part it's fine. In terms of fuel economy from the little 1 litre turbo, Renault say 5 litres per 100 kilometers. I've seen closer to maybe 6 or 7, which I think is about 47 mpg if you're still working in old money. So to conclude the Renault Captur, well, there's a lot to like here. It's never going to set your pants on fire, but it's practical, affordable and quite good looking. It's worth a look, not a lot to hate. If you would like to search for a Captur on Cars Ireland, please do click on the link here now. And hopefully we'll be back next week with another review, and until then we shall see you then. Bye bye.